Look, I don't think that a lot of things that are thrown out around in social media and in whatever the conversations are Caitlin's life. I think people are talking about Caitlin and projecting whatever they feel at the time. I think the most important thing for me when Jake was asking the question is just that she's so mature beyond her years. I mean, the way that she handles celebrity, the way that she handles being in the spotlight and competing at a high level, and really has over the last however many years. I remember I was calling the Iowa game at Maryland her junior year, and I was staying at the same hotel as they were, and it was like a pro event, because at the hotel, like, fans were lined up out the door. They had to wall it off and fence it off, rope it off, the area. And at the time, I think I said it's like Taylor Swift 2.0, and it literally is like Taylor Swift 2.0. And because of that, her name gets thrown into a lot of conversations that have absolutely nothing to do with her or her interests. Her name grabs headlines. Her name grabs attention. Her name is clickbait. Her name is utilized in a way that very few people and athletes are. It's in the same sphere as LeBron, as Serena Williams, as Tiger Woods, and as Taylor Swift. And so, I wish that Caitlin was able to just live her life. However, with the things that she's accomplished, there's a lot of responsibility and a lot of attention that comes because she's elite at what she does, and she handles it in a way that I'm not sure most 23.
Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White just delivered one of the most thoughtful and eye-opening takes we've heard yet about Caitlin Clark. And this time, she drew a comparison that had everyone talking. White didn't just praise Clark's talent or leadership. She compared her entire level of fame to none other than Taylor Swift. Now, at first glance, that might sound like a stretch, comparing a WNBA rookie to one of the most powerful women in the world. But when you really break down what Stephanie White said, it makes a lot of sense. She explained that Caitlin's rise isn't just about basketball anymore. It's cultural, it's emotional, it's personal for fans, and it's something that started to move beyond the court. Stephanie said, her name grabs attention, her name is clickbait. And she's right. Whether it's news outlets, social media accounts, or even debates among fans, Caitlin Clark's name instantly sparks conversation, good or bad. She's not just a player anymore, she's a phenomenon. White even said that Caitlin's fame now sits in the same sphere as LeBron James, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, and yes, Taylor Swift. That's a bold statement, but let's be honest, it's not wrong. Everywhere Caitlin goes, cameras follow. Every move she makes, every post she likes, every sideline moment, it becomes a headline. But White's message went much deeper than that. She wasn't just commenting on fame. She was pointing out how unfairly that fame sometimes gets twisted. White explained that a lot of what's said about Caitlin online isn't even about her real life. It's about people projecting their own feelings, frustrations, and opinions onto her. She said, I don't think a lot of things that are thrown around on social media are Caitlin's life. I think people are talking about Caitlin and projecting whatever they feel at the time. That right there. That's the key to understanding Caitlin Clark's experience right now. She's not just a player being analyzed for her stats. She's become a mirror, reflecting whatever people want to see. For some, she's a hero. For others, she's a symbol of privilege or attention or controversy. But at the end of the day, she's still just a 23-year-old woman trying to do her job and live her life. Stephanie even told a personal story that really paints the picture of how massive Caitlin's fame has become. She recalled calling one of Caitlin's games back in college, during her junior year at Iowa. The team was playing at Maryland, and White happened to be staying at the same hotel as the Hawkeyes. She said it felt like a professional event. Fans were lined up out the door. The hotel had to rope off areas just to control the crowd. And all of it was just to get a glimpse of Caitlin Clark. That's when Stephanie said she realized what was really happening. It was like Taylor Swift 2.0, she said, and it literally is like Taylor Swift 2.0. Because Caitlin's impact isn't limited to sports. Like Taylor, she's become an icon people rally behind, a symbol of excellence, youth, and empowerment. But along with that spotlight comes enormous pressure. Stephanie acknowledged that Caitlyn's name gets dragged into conversations that have nothing to do with her. Whether it's debates about WNBA media coverage, team drama, or cultural divides, her name gets attached because it sells. Her name brings clicks, engagement, and attention, even when the topic doesn't involve her directly. White called Caitlyn's name clickbait, but she didn't mean it in a negative way. She meant that Caitlyn's fame has become a machine of its own, one she can't fully control. Just like Taylor Swift, Caitlyn has to balance public perception, criticism, and constant visibility, all while trying to perform at the highest level of her profession. And here's what makes Stephanie White's comments so powerful. She didn't just stop at describing the fame, she praised the way Caitlyn handles it. She said, "She's so mature beyond her years. The way she handles celebrity, the way she handles being in the spotlight and competing at a high level, it's something most 23-year-olds couldn't do." Think about that. Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA under more scrutiny than any rookie before her. Every single game was dissected. Every play was recorded, replayed, and argued about online. She faced veteran criticism, fan pressure, and sky-high expectations. And yet, she's handled it all with composure and grace. Stephanie said she wishes Caitlyn could just live her life, without all the noise, without the constant judgment. But she also recognized that it's part of the territory. When you're elite at what you do, when you break records, move markets, and shift culture, the attention comes with it. That's what connects Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift in such a unique way. They both live under that same microscope. Every decision questioned, every expression analyzed. They've both turned their passions into platforms that inspire millions. And they've both had to learn how to navigate fame without losing their sense of self. Stephanie's comments weren't just a comparison. They were a reminder that behind the headlines and viral clips, Caitlin Clark is still human. She's still learning, growing, and figuring things out in real time. But she's doing it with a level of poise and professionalism that even seasoned veterans admire. As Stephanie White put it, her name grabs headlines. Her name grabs attention. Her name is utilized in a way that very few athletes are. That's not just about popularity, that's about impact. Caitlyn has become one of those rare figures whose presence changes everything around her, from ratings to attendance to conversations about women's sports in general. So when Stephanie White calls her Taylor Swift 2.0, it's not just a catchy comparison. It's a statement about what Caitlin Clark represents. The kind of once-in-a-generation star who transcends her sport and becomes part of the cultural fabric. And through it all, she's handling it with the kind of grace, maturity, and humility that's making her one of the most respected young athletes in the world right now. Because at the end of the day, the fame, the criticism, the spotlight, it all circles back to one thing: Caitlin Clark's love for the game. And that's what keeps her grounded, even when the world treats her like its newest superstar.